But all right, so we're gonna run into the Chiefs, man, and you know when you're talking about the Chiefs, what am I supposed to say? Pat Mahomes is good. Tyreek Hill's a monster. Kelsey's amazing. What else are you gonna talk about though? Like those are the big three, right? Like that is a strong core of players going on right here. But we want to go in a little bit deeper, right? Because anybody can tell you Pat Mahomes is good and Tyreek is fast and Kelsey's a good tight end. Yeah, like fuck, no duh, bro, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little deeper, right? And let's talk about a player that I think is very misunderstood and is actually being slept on right now, and that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And then you could be saying, well, Brandon RB, why are you telling me Clyde Edwards-Helaire is being slept on? You know, he was a 101 or the 102 in rookie drafts last year. People were drafting him high in startups, even creeping into the first round. And that's why he's being slept on right now, right? Because everybody looks back on his rookie season and they see a disappointment. All right, they see a guy who didn't live up to first round dynasty startup draft capital. They see Jonathan Taylor blowing up in the second half of the season last year, and CEH was falling down, and they see it as a disappointment. But fact is, at one point last year, CH was a running back one for several weeks. Then they brought in a washed up Bell, wasted giving that guy carries. CH got injured, and that was that. But let me tell you some little facts about this guy's rookie season. The guy had 1,100 total yards and 4 touchdowns, and that was in only 13 games, bro. 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns in 13 games. That's not bad at all. And the main story here is the 4 touchdowns, right? I mean, we all game of the season where he was on the goal line and they were just running him up the middle. Like that was the worst play calling I've ever seen from Andy Reid, where they're just every play is CH up the middle, CH up the middle. He's just getting slammed, and they don't throw it to him in the flat. All season we're watching Chiefs games. I'm seeing CH catching the ball, going in for the touchdown, and it turns out there was a holding play. And then they give it to the next play. It goes to Kelsey for a touchdown. The one thing we all know about touchdowns in football is you cannot project the same touchdowns from year to year. Like you can say Devontae Adams is going to get double-digit touchdowns. You can almost write that in pen. You can book it. But mostly touchdowns is not a sticky stat. Okay, so if Chiefs have one of the best high-powered offense, we know that they did draft this guy in the first round. We hear the coaches talking how he's going to get even more involved in the passing game. We do know that they upgraded their O line, right? They traded a first round pick for that O lineman from Baltimore. They threw him in there. They grabbed a couple of other pieces, and now they went from a weakness into the O line to a strong O line. I can't say with certainty, but I can say as close to certainty as I can in anything that CH is not going to end up with only 4 touchdowns this year. You give him 8, 9, 10 touchdowns, and with the same amount of production for a full 17-game season, and he has the potential to be low end to middle end or RB1. Super unlucky in the touchdown department. I see that reversing course. For me, now's the time to buy him before the hype train starts to build back up. And in fact, you might be even a little bit late. I was actually buying him all off season. And I've noticed the areas where I haven't had him or I didn't have a chance to buy him, the prices are starting to creep back up. But you can still get him in startups in late second or early third. If you can get a starting running back who's 22 years old on the Chiefs, buy him. It's only gonna get better. I think last year was the floor, and it's only gonna get better. On the Chiefs, there's not much else to talk about. I'm not a Mecole Hardman believer. I don't care about Mecole Hardman. They said he's going to be the wide receiver 2 on this team. You already got Tyreek. You got Kelsey. This is the type of team that really focuses their targets on a small number of players. If you have Mecole Hardman and someone in your league is excited about him being the wide receiver 2, sell him. You're going to be disappointed. The only other player of note on the Chiefs that I even want to talk about is that rookie tight end Noah Gray. They got in the 5th round, 6'3", 240 pounds, nice athleticism. He was making noise in early rookie camps. Kelsey's been talking him up. I have him on a bunch of taxi squads. Kelsey's a beast, but he's almost 32. Uh, Gray's the type of guy you can throw on your taxi squad 2 to 3 years from now. Kelsey's maybe gone. He could be a starter with Mahomes just hitting his prime. It's possible, and he's basically free, so why not?
Yeah, no agree. If Travis Kelsey's talking that guy up, you got to go out and get him. He's dropping out of draft sometimes into free agency, and he's going late. Not a bad stab to put in your taxi squad. I just want to see what Hartman does this year. There's no excuses, and his upside's looking nice. And I'm in agreement. So I'm not like abandoning CEH. He had no line last year, and let's be frank here. He's a small back. For me, they reached on him. To be honest with you, that pick, from what I hear, was a lobby pick from Pat Mahomes. For me, I think, to be honest with you, like a JT or a Swift would have been a better fit for what they were trying to do. Like, I think Andy Reid would have looked a lot better running up Swift or Jonathan Taylor up the middle like he was with CEH, with a back like that, than with CEH. But they get to accommodate the offense around him and his strengths. They give him a better O line, so I'm expecting a better year from CEH for sure. And I think you shouldn't be so hard on Hardman, man. With Sammy Watkins is gone. There's enough ball to go around. That's a high passing offense. Maybe that's what Hardman needed to get out of the seating up. I know that you don't want to hear about him, but I'm just saying this is to me this year his upside is looking better than ever.